2025 ended for Aaron Rodgers just like a lot of seasons have ended for him recently, in disappointment and his head coach being fired. Over the last 8 seasons, the Pittsburgh Steelers have not gone further than the wildcard round, losing 5 games in the wildcard round over the last 8 seasons. And right now, this team, I wouldn't say it's in a terrible spot. Now, I think the big concern with this team is you're really relying on a guy that was once maybe the greatest passer of all time. I know Tom Brady is the best quarterback, but as far as pure arm talent, I don't know if there was someone better than Rodgers. As far as Mahomes goes, he was really close. And he has the rings, but there's been a bit of a drop-off lately, and I just don't think he's going to have that longevity as that crazy passer that Rodgers did, even though he has the rings. But yes, they are relying so heavily on a guy that just, he's good, but he doesn't quite have it anymore. He has the arm talent still, I think, but he's gone for a more generalized accuracy style, even since, those MVP years in the Green Bay uniform. But now, I feel like he's either not trusting his reads, or he's just not trusting the players, which, you look at this roster, and there's a good reason to feel that way, is outside of DK Metcalf, I really don't love the weapons, right? Pat Freiermuth, he's just slow. He's just not a difference maker, right? He's dependable, and everyone's going to hate me for that because Muth is always being yelled every catch, but he is not a difference maker. He's a good player, but not a difference maker. Of course, Jaylen Warren, he's good. Running game in general, I like it. Gainwell is a threat in the receiving game, but it's not enough to carry an offense. They need receiving talent, and outside of DK Metcalf, who because of his own actions seems to, get himself in too much trouble to really be there and be dependable, they don't really have that. Of course, statistically, this offensive line played well, but man, were they horrible in that wildcard round. Now, take it, the Texans defense, honestly, they are very underrated. Not this year. I think everyone knows that they're a great defense, but over the last, really half decade to decade, they've actually been a really good defense pretty consistently, but now they are really, really damn good. I mean, one of the best defensive performances I've seen in a while in the playoffs, and there really was just nothing that Steelers offense could have done. But you still could use a couple of offensive linemen. Fautanu, I'm not exactly sold on. Frazier's obviously solid, and Suamalo, how long is he going to play? I mean, how old is he now? 30? 31, about to be 32. So yeah, how long is he going to play still for? There's definitely some pieces they can get on this offensive side of the ball. Obviously, Thielen, he's gone. Don't know what Rodgers is going to do. I still don't know, because I really do think that this team, if they get a wide receiver, they get a defensive tackle, maybe a cornerback. I mean, this team looks great. I mean, this team still looks great. It's just those playmakers on offense, they really need to do something. Of course, looking at the defensive side of the ball, though, a bit disappointed, admittedly. This is a team that should have played better on defense. It wasn't a bad defense, but it should have played better. Now, in that wildcard round, they were obviously very fine. A lot of forced fumbles, more self-inflicted from C.J. Stroud and the Texans, but it was not a bad defensive performance. Just your offense, they can't keep you out there that long, right? You can't be out on the field that long and expect the defense to hold forever. But I still expect the edge to do more. Hayward was amazing, but I expected the edge to do more. They weren't bad, but I mean, this is a team that should have been top 5 in the league, and they just weren't. They just simply weren't. Of course, like I said, could use an extra corner. I don't know how long Jalen Ramsey's going to play for. His play has obviously dipped a bit. I don't think he's a 95 overall personally. Safeties definitely need a new safety. Linebacker definitely need a new linebacker. I mean, what are you going to get with Cole Holcomb? I don't know, because of course he was injured. Derek Harmon, there was flashes, so I don't hate the DT room. It's just, again, Hayward's 36, 37 years old. He's probably going to retire for us right here, maybe in real life as well. Again, this Steelers team, it might not be that far off. It just kind of comes down to who can they retain, who comes in as the coach, and will Aaron Rodgers continue playing. But of course, I can't watch every single team's 17-plus game season, so if you're a Steelers fan, let me know what you think. Did I hit on the things? Did I miss something? Was I completely wrong somewhere? Did you think the defense was top 5 last year? Let me know in the comment section below. And in general, whether you're a Steelers fan or not, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. And let me know what team you'd like to see rebuilt next. Probably Dolphins franchise tomorrow, if not Tuesday. Let's get into this. Pittsburgh Steelers, is it a rebuild? Is it a reload? Let's find out. Also, boy, oh boy, do I love that we're into the freaking divisional round, and we're stuck at week 16 still with the start now. I love it. I love it so much. But of course, looking at the players on this team, as much as I don't think we're going to be using Gainwell much, the Steelers would be crazy to let him leave the building. And what else do we have? Suamalo, if he wants to stick around, obviously I'd like to keep him. I just don't know if we're going to be able to. 1 year 15. Well, about 1 year 15. Looks like he's going to be gone. 30 mil left. So, I mean, the team still has a little bit of money. I mean, what's going to happen with Rodgers? I don't freaking know. So, I'm not going to pay him yet because, oh my lord, not only does he want too much money, but I don't know if he's even going to be here. We'll have to find out. All right, in the rest of the season, you have the Seahawks and the Texans. Seahawks win the Super Bowl. Of course, I am recording this a few hours before the Saturday games play. So, I mean, both teams might be out of the playoffs, for, let alone the Super Bowl. I don't know yet. But let's take a look at retirement. Speaking of, I mean, are we going to get lucky? I seen Aaron Rodgers already, didn't I? Hayward, Aaron Rodgers, and Adam Thielen are all gone. And then Kuntz. That's a tough one. I really would have loved to have Aaron Rodgers around one more year. But unfortunately, he is gone. I could see it happening. I don't know. I don't know what the Steelers' options are at QB, is one. And then two, does Aaron Rodgers believe? I just think you lose Tomlin. It feels like the Steelers are almost in like a reset situation. Of course, I say lose Tomlin as if any of us believes he actually was stepping down, right? There's no way. They obviously said, hey, we got to let you go. Either you say you're stepping down or you're being fired, all right? Because, I mean, how rare is it you actually see a coach just step away, especially when they're not like 900 years old, Either way, let's move on to the contracts, which we have a lot of money. No Rodgers, no Hayward. Yeah, those two guys, kind of a little bit of money. But, of course, look at the contracts. I don't think you pay any of these guys. Most of these guys are all regressing. Calvin Austin, I don't see enough. I really don't. I know they use him in many different facets, but he just doesn't do enough, in my opinion. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'd rather just not even have him occupy the space. Suamalu, nice contract. And I think that is pretty much it. A lot of guys that were injured, a lot of guys that just aren't good, a lot of guys that are on the older side. We're just rebuilding. I mean, you lose your quarterback, you lose your head coach, you lose, one of your best defensive players on the team. I'm going to consider it a rebuild. I think it's called a rebuild. As far as who is here, I mean, Taylor Moton, unfortunately, is not like an actual option. He's got a contract. DJ Reader, that just feels like a just bandage desperation move. But at the same time, the team's got a good enough player base that I'm like, okay, we gotta just go for it, right? We gotta bring in as much talent as possible. Romeo Dobbs being a free agent. You shouldn't have retired. Come back. Quarterbacks, I'm definitely not bringing in Fields. But, like, who do I grab at QB? Wait, where's Willis? Did they pay him? Or what? Actually, what is his overall? There's no way they paid him, right? Okay, he's not paid. He's actually a low overall. I thought he was like 70-some overall. Am I crazy? Actually, maybe he regressed, actually. Willis is a 63 overall. I just did a Willis Falcons rebuild, so I really don't want to do another. Who would be the option at quarterback if not? Maybe a trade for Kyler Murray? That would be kind of crazy. What overall is he in the game? I'm pretty sure he's horrible. Pretty sure he's just not good. But I feel I could see that move working. Oh my, no, thank you. I think we might just go desperation and just trade up for Ty Simpson or something, because Dante Moore is not an option. Pick 21, maybe you can get to 13 and get Ty. I'm not sure. Because as of right now, I don't like the options, but we can't stick it out with Mason Rudolph. I've seen that move. I don't like that move. Tyler Huntley, I don't hate it, I guess. Bring Tyler Huntley in, why not? I'll bring in John Harbaugh's something, I don't know. We're looking at the rest of free agency. It is a barren wasteland of poverty. I'm hoping it is actually pretty bad in free agency, because I need those Green Bay free agents to get signed up for big money, giving us some compensatory picks, okay? I need the compensatory picks. Give it now or else. So we get Ty Huntley. We do not get... who the hell were we even going for? The other guy. You know the guy that does the football and the thing. Oh, yeah, you guys don't know because I didn't even show him, but it was Zaire Franklin I was trying to get. Some linebacker stuff, but didn't work out. We do get Quentin Lake, though. Another older veteran guy. Take a chance on. Fractured elbow. Don't even know how that happens. How do you fracture your elbow? All right, we're in the draft with pick 21. The problem is there are a lot of quarterbacks, needy teams that are in front of us, so I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. The Raiders at pick 1 overall do take Fernando Mendoza. Jets need quarterback. I mean, I could easily see them taking QB at 15. The problem is we have Simpson projected around middle of the first, which means he can go all the way up to like 10. My hope would be that Simpson's still there at 10, and we trade up with the Bengals. I just don't know if he's going to be. He might go right here at 9 to the Saints, and he doesn't. Let's take a look at the Dolphins, because if the Dolphins could pass on QB, we could save several slots here. Dude, they need QB. But if they didn't, if they don't go, I gotta trade up to the Bengals. I mean, think about it. We could go all the way, if Stafford didn't retire, to 14. We gotta go to 10, though. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we'll try. No, we can't. There's no way the Bengals, unless we make it so good, there's no way the Bengals give us a quarterback, right? Oh, I made a mistake. I forgot I put it on. Oh, okay, well, we're going to have to make a retrade. I forgot I had it on very easy because I had to fix the draft order. It's okay. We'll fix it. Was it 74 we were owed? At first, I was like, damn, that was really easy. Out of curiosity, what was the normal trade? Oh, it's actually not off, though. I mean, it's not my job to say, hey, I'm the Bengals. I'm not going to give you a QB. That's their job. If we give them fair value, we give them fair value. That is all that matters to me. I could not care less anywhere else. Logan Lee, I don't think that's a mover, but I'd prefer to just get rid of what we have. If you would take this trade with these draft picks, I would be very appreciative. Oh, it's so close. They almost took all of our garbage. Oh, my Lord. The amount of combinations I had to do. 2 players, a first, a third, and a fifth this year with a fifth 2 years from now. To the Bengals for pick 10, which of course is going to be quarterback Ty Simpson. Not the best looking player in the world, but I mean, there's massive upside, and by far he is the best option we had this offseason outside of Daniel Jones, which I don't know if he's even going to leave the Colts. 78 true talent, hidden dev, that's all I need. He looks plenty promising. Now, I'm not going to trade up super high, but I definitely want to go to the start of the second round to see if we can get a wide receiver. Like I said, quarterback is Ty Simpson, quarterback is Rodgers. It doesn't matter. Wide receiver is right up there with needs. I'm going to try to keep it realistic, though. I don't think Tate is there. I don't think Tyson is there. I don't even think Boston is there at 1. But I'll make these 2 guys ungrabbable. The rest, I think, are going to be all potential players that we can draft. I'm not going to limit us that hard. I'm going to go slow sim, though, because I'm willing to go all the way down here to, Bell or Brazel. All right, our last trade up of this draft, a second, a fourth, and a sixth, with 2 veteran players to the Texans to move up to 6 to grab wide receiver. And with that, we're going to be taking the big body Chris Brazel. I mean, you got a quarterback situation that's not the best. Why not bring in another big body to just have a guy to throw to, right? You don't need to be perfect with a big guy this sized. 26 true talent, hidden development trait. Welcome, Mike Evans. Not really, because he's a bit thinner, but Marquez Colston? Dude, I can't remember how to say his name. Marquise Colston? That's the name. Of course, we're not trading up anymore. I don't care who falls in our lap near our pick. We just can't afford it. We've already wasted a lot of the future. I mean, we have no picks for the rest of the class outside of the 7th round. That's where we are right now. That's where we are as a team. I really would love Barry Brown to be the perfect slot receiver for us. You could go Reed Adams. I do like Blake Miller. You know what? We're cheesing it. We need all the help we can get. I'm going Blake Miller. I know he's in dev. The only problem with doing the classes like this is you kind of get a bit of a pattern going. But other than that, I mean, the 2 other players you drafted are brand new to us. I really thought Brazel was going to be normal dev. Almost went with Concepcion, but I don't think he's really a 1 or 2 type wide receiver. I don't really know if we need a slot guy personally, a specialist, a kick return specialist, or anything like that. So as much as I almost pulled the trigger, no, we're not going to do that. Barry Brown, we're going to trade up for. So, yes, we lied. A 7th is, a 6th next, and Mason Rudolph for this 6th-round pick off the Rams, which will land us a speedy wide receiver. This is not a perfect draft class, but it is kind of everything we needed. Of course, we would love to shore up the trenches a little bit more, but more condensed draft class, needing to trade up for 2 really big difference makers on offense. That's where the big issues are. We got a new tackle. We got a speedy wide receiver to go with the tall boundary wide receiver. The future will be the defense again. The future will be the trenches, both sides of the ball. Right now, we got to get that offense rolling. Ty Simpson, 72 overall. Don't know what the dev is, but it's at least hidden. That's all that matters to me. I mean, this guy's got some potential. Number 7, what a number. I think that's great for him. Let's take a look at that dev. Kind of curious to see. Superstar. Okay. I was thinking star dev. What's Mendoza? Is he also superstar dev? I'm going to go to the Raiders real quick. Mendoza, Fernando Mendoza. 73 overall. Let's take a look at the dev here. Got to be superstar then, right? Has to be. Star. So, okay. I mean, I'm down. Not going to see me complaining about landing the best quarterback in the class, technically. Brazel. Let's take a look at a little razzle brazzle. Really good catching. I mean, once again, we just talked about it. Like, this is a quarterback's best friend. And we have a quarterback that needs some best friends. Poor Aaron Rodgers. It's his fault. Hey, I made my intentions clear. We're going to fix the offense. We're going to get some playmakers. What do? We get a huge boundary guy. We get a new right tackle who has hidden dev. And then we get a super speedy slot receiver. What more do you want? I said we were going to do. We did it. Rodgers left. His fault, not ours. And you know what? Thank you for doing that. Ooh, bit of an upgrade for Mr. DK Metcalf. His +2 is actually a +3. 15 upgrade points. Gotta keep the elderly going. I mean, you know, he goes from an 85 overall 28-year-old, it's like, oh, I don't know, to an 88 overall 28-year-old. It's like, oh, that's fine. Here's the team, though, for year number 1, the official start of this rebuild, if you will. It's not terrible. We're going to have Washington as our starter just because Freiermuth is 27 now. Well, that's not the end of the world. It is arguable that Darnell Washington's the better pure weapon. He graded out better as well, and in general, I just want to try to develop someone new. I know, it seems like I'm a huge Freiermuth hater, and I know a lot of Steelers fans love him. I don't really care one way or the other. Personally, I do like Darnell more because, of course, he's 6'7", like 300 pounds, apparently. Is he actually 300 pounds in the game? 295, dude. And that one play he had where he was just throwing people aside, that was one of the most fun plays to watch all year. So I will admit, I'm not a hater of Freiermuth, but I am an enjoyer of Washington more, okay? The quarterback, obviously, very promising. Brazel anyways. Sorry we had to develop DK, but it's just the way it is. We are also going to start Johnson. I get it. Oh, my Lord. What are we doing here? Gainwell's our fullback. Here we go. I get it. Warren is the one, but in-game, Jalen Warren's 27 years old. He's got 1 or 2 years left in-game. I got to start someone new. A little bit of the Madden coming in over the realism, all right? And then defensively, I worry about Watt retiring. I worry about Ramsey retiring. This defense specifically, it's going downwards. Going to keep using Joey Porter in the training camp, try to get that +1, +2, but even he, I don't know if he's a boundary guy for the rest of this rebuild or not. We'll see. Defense is on the struggle bus a little bit, where the offense is definitely trending upwards. All right, let's get some of these contracts in early. Joey Porter. Again, I worry about that overall compared to the age a little bit, but a 3-year, 38, whatever is fine. Queen, I don't really know if he's worth 10 per, but it's going to be hard for us to get a new linebacker anyway, so we're going to have to just let it happen. Benton, I've never been a fan of. He just doesn't develop ever. I think there's a good chance that we do let him go and just rework the DT room, especially since he's like doing nothing through 3 weeks so far. Herbig is going to be gone. I just can't trust that name around me. I'm going to say the 2 names together, and we're going to be cooked. Darnell Washington, he's supposed to be our guy. If I had to pay him a 4-year 25 and he's always the backup, I don't care. I'm paying it to him. I don't care. Everyone else, though, likely, even Suamalu, will be gone. Definitely a bit of a disappointing finish to the season as we started off and middled off, if you will, a good enough year to probably make the playoffs. We still could make them, but not promising. And with that win at the end, we go 9-8. We missed the playoffs to the 9-8 Browns. At one point, we were like 7-5, and we just, once again, had a really bad finish, right? 3 of the last 4 losses. Our games were losses, which is just horrible. Still have the Steelers scheme offensively, because I don't know what scheme is fair, as Caleb Johnson has 999 yards. That's crazy work. Brazel, not bad. Could be Rookie of the Year. Hoping gets a superstar dev. Left tackle was maybe the worst you could possibly be. Edge was solid. Harmon was really good, actually, and interceptions were modest. Kicking was great. Punting was great. Kick return, punt return game, no touchdowns. Any award wins at all. Rookie of the Year, hopefully. Stafford's the MVP, so he is still here. Offense Rookie of the Year plays number 3. Quarterback was all the way down to 6. Defense Rookie of the Year, no. And, wait. Yeah, damn, we didn't even win. Number 3 for Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. That's tough. That is absolutely tough. Well, let's go to the offseason where, I mean, I think we trended in the right direction. I think if you sim the Steelers without our draft, they probably go like 7-10. So I think we did well. The Giants versus the Broncos in the Super Bowl. And the winner is the Broncos. Any dev ups for us? We had Simpson. No, he started as a superstar. I completely forgot about that. I was like, Simpson? He did good enough. I didn't think he was that good, to be honest. Darnell stays a normal dev, unfortunately. Defensively, TJ Watt's still here. Harmon stays star. That's tough. Ramsey's a little regression, but that's not the end of the world. Kind of a disappointing season, honestly. Like, just no real needle-moving, like, development moves. Lockett retires, but he was just a mentor. 84 speed wide receivers. Not really going to do you much anyways, especially a short one. $103 million. Fautanu, I guess, because I honestly don't know if I want him anymore. 26 years old at 79 overall. His peak is like 84 overall. That's terrible. Benton's gone. I'm really just hoping there's some free agents here. Even Suamalu, I think, is gone. We need some free agents. Boswell, hopefully he sticks around. We'll tag him if we have to. I mean, he really shouldn't be. He wants more than that. I mean, I guess he is probably worth that, but we're going to 6.5, which in the end is sort of cheaper because we don't have to lock him in long term if he retires or things get weird. 2-year 9.4 for Man. That's expensive, but he had a good year, so we'll pay him. $92 million. And, yeah. I don't know what we're going to spend with $92 million. Jalen Carter, that's a hell of a name. Tyreek Hill, that's a hell of a name. You don't see a name like Jalen Carter in free agency often. You really don't. It's a 3-year deal, so it's not like it's locked in forever. We basically get Hayward back. I wouldn't say and then some, but you basically get Hayward back is all I can say. I think you have to. Especially with a contract like this. Like, this is far from the worst I've seen Jalen Carter want. I mean, like around $30 million per year. He's definitely worth that money. I want to pay him the clean 30. If he doesn't take that, I'll be so devastated because we have all this money. DT's a big need. It just works. It really does. We make 2 moves to bolster up the defense. Jalen Carter is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Trenton Simpson is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Just Ravens linebackers left and right. All right, we're in the draft. The Titans have pick 1 overall. There are 2 really good DTs. The problem is we don't really need DT anymore. Sheldon Jackson, obvious generational. I mean, 6'6", 289. He's 4'5'9", 40-wise. And then another guy that looks potentially generational. I don't know if he's guaranteed, but the other guy for sure. DT is just not a position we need anymore, though. Looking at the draft, we have pick 17 overall. Corner wouldn't be a bad thing to grab. Problem is, these guys move very quickly. I would want Bridges, but I would not want to go higher than like 8. And I think he'll probably go about 6. So, definitely a concern. We need safety more than anything. Truly the biggest positions we have, tight end, safety. But edge, O-line, those kind of positions are still on the list. So we're going to go to the Dolphins pick. And if that corner is there, I have no choice to take him. But like I said, I think he'll be gone by 6. Corner usually goes significantly higher than where they say they will. and he's around 1, so he's already way up there. He did not go 6. The Bears at 7. And he's still there at 8. I mean, I might have to make a trade up. I really don't want to because we have a lot of quantity issues on the team, but corner is going to be a very big issue going forward. And this guy looks like a can't miss. Can't believe we're doing it. Pat Freiermuth and a first-round pick for pick 8 from the Dolphins. I can't believe we just did that. Actually, who the hell is these guys? Am I really taking a corner this high? This is kind of crazy, but he's a top 5, right? I have no choice. The value is there. Bridges looks insane, so I mean, I'm just going to take a really good player here. Might even be, no, I was about to say it might even be the number 1, but no, he's the 5th true talent. He is hidden, though, thankfully. If he was normal dev, that could have been really ugly. But overall, let's go to the end of the first, because sometimes these edge rushers fall a little bit. I'd be really reserved to trade up for somebody that I, A, don't really need technically right now, which is ironic because we literally just took a cornerback. But B, I just don't want to trade up again. I really would prefer not to. I'm kind of thinking we trade down from 17. We don't really trade down that much these years, these Maddens. But trade down from 17 to grab a safety, maybe with the Giants pick or something. I want more depth. We need O-line kind of badly. And the Vikings are giving me exactly what I wanted. I'll take that pick. We'll slow sim it just so we guarantee a safety. They trade up for an edge rusher. In fairness, if that's one of those round oneers, there's some pretty good edge rushers there. I think they were still there, if I'm not mistaken. I still can't believe that edge rusher is still there. Actually, it's a free safety. Where is the edge rusher? Spears. There's another edge rusher. Oh, he sucks. He's terrible. Never mind. I didn't scout the edge rusher. I just see 1 to 2. I assume they're decent. I think you got to go with one of the safeties. We actually have the option of either of the 2 safeties, which is actually kind of surprising. Who is the better one, though? Ashton Scott gives me normal dev vibes. But at the end of the day, Ashton Scott is the better player, I think. So let's take a look. Shepard, 4.53. No, not the best player in the world, but he's got, some decent potentials. And then Scott, who is even slower, but really good potentials. This is going to be a slower player, but we're going to take the chance on him. I mean, the safeties for the Steelers have been on the slower side lately anyways. Yeah, I knew he was going to be normal dev, but that's not bad speed. For what I thought worse. It's hard to get much worse than that. What do we do with our... Because our strong safety is like an 82 overall. 83 maybe. 83 overall. Quentin Lake. Like, we could potentially fix our 2 safeties here, even though I don't love them. I'm just going to go to 17. I don't really love the other safety either. I mean, both safeties are pretty slow, but had to take one of them. And our guy, the potential is through the roof. I had no choice. With this pick, though, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with this pick? We want DT, which we kind of want. We got to take him this round. I kind of want the tight end Casas, especially since we just lost our backup, if you want to call him that. If he's in dev, he might actually start over not Freiermuth. Darnell, we'll see. 87 true talent. He is hidden dev. He is, in fact, hidden dev. Lot of day 3 linemen here. Let's take a look at Huerta. Kind of feeling like a tackle to me. I like the future potential guard tackle kind of situation. 32 true talent. Oh, that sucks. All right. I was loving everything I was seeing there except the fact that he's normal dev. Like, O-line already barely develop as is when they're hidden. When they're normal, it's like they don't move at all. And unless we want Gomez, we might as well trade down since all of our guys are day 3s. Actually, I really liked Posey. He's really fast. I'm taking Oscar Posey. Oscar Posey, 75 true talent, and hidden dev. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. We'll say Caleb Johnson did develop nicely. He's an 80 overall after not a great season, so we'll have to see, because Posey's got potential, but so does Caleb. Let's trade down, grab all those linemen. Looks like we'll be getting a 6-7. So we're actually going to lose one of the linemen, but we'll trade up for Hamilton. It's fine. As long as we can get 2 hiddens here, that's all I ask for. Sherrard Bankston, pretty sick name actually. 33 true, hidden dev. And then we'll do whatever we can here with the Rams to make this play. I'd prefer to keep the other 7th this year, though, if I can. 3 7ths for that 6th. The 7ths are all in a different year apiece, so we do keep that 7th this year, which I don't know what we're going to use it on. But Jonathan Hamilton, maybe a kicker, maybe a punter, maybe a long snapper. Hamilton, though, 59 true talent. Hidden dev. Got a bunch of big linemen, which, to be fair, we need guards, so that very fitting what we need. But yeah, outside of the safety pick, Not a bad draft. Not a bad draft at all. And I really don't want a backup punter, but the only elite kick power guy is Brett Langford. I kind of have no choice. 193 true talent, normal dev, but 97 kick power. You don't pass on elite kick power. Let's see the draft recap. How we looking? 79 overall. Fair enough. So, 5th in true talent, 79 overall. Of course, his injury sucks. That is the definition of a good draft. 4 guys in front. I guess maybe the 2 DTs were generational. Bridges. Wow. Okay, well, he was worth it. I still think that injury's a bug. I don't think that's intended. That's just stupid. If EA is going to make an injury-prone player, they make him like 70, right? Why would you make your injury-prone player 40 injury? That's like not injury-prone. That's literally death. And ironically enough, in this game, the injury ratings are all over the place anyways, so it doesn't even matter because 40 injury might not get you injured at all, or it may get you injured every time. Tight end is only star dev, so I don't know. If Darnell's 26, I think Darnell starts. If he's 27, which I think he is only 26 now, yeah, that might change some things. What about Posey? 72 overall Posey. I think you still start Johnson. Maybe the tight end you do start, because Darnell, usually you have to fight hard to get him to be good. And I'm not going to be fighting hard because I need DK to be good. I need him to stay around as long as possible. But yeah, let's take a look at these overalls, because some of these guys, holy... Didn't even have tackle on my radar. This guy's goated. Dude, the pass blocking. 89 pass block power, 90 impact. That is some of the highest pure 1-2 ratings I've ever seen for a lineman. That's crazy work. X factor for a lineman. Holy crap, that might be one of the best. I mean, that's not even one. It is one of the best. Might be the best lineman we've ever seen. Because, like, even his other ratings, his run block power is his worst rating. It's a 74. Stamina toughness may be a little bit of a concern, but that is a very good player. The tight end, 82 overall for him. DT, 81. The other DT, a little bit more disappointing, but wow, okay. What a draft. All right, here's the team for year number 2. Looks good. Not great, but good. A lot of potential. Darnell Washington, we are going to be developing. We got that vertical threat, but he is still obviously a run-blocking type. Just got to get that possession up over run blocking, and we'll be fine. Then we move on to the defensive side of the ball, where things look better with Jalen Carter around. We're going to put Bridges at 2 because he's so high potential. And then if Porter gets a dev up being in the slot, if we lose Ramsey next season, perhaps, we have 2 really good corners right away again. All right, contracts. Frazier, a lot of money, but worth it. Highsmith, a lot of money, but worth it. Wilson, Warren, Elliott, Wilson again. All these guys are going to be gone. And crazy enough, with the normal scheme, which, I mean, you can maybe make the argument that we should have changed our scheme by now, right? Because who's M. Tomlin? Never heard of him. We have the number 1 seed in the AFC. Actually surprising. Really, really good year. Is this a year 2 Super Bowl winning team? Simpson, the yards are crazy good. The touchdowns are low, though. Rushing touchdowns aren't crazy. We just got an elite defense. That's really all there is to it, in my opinion. Darnell, not actually that bad. Wide receiver 1 and 2 are solid. Wide receiver 3, not as much. Left tackle, way better, though. Only gave up 13 sacks versus 20 last year. Pass rush, Watt and Highsmith are still looking good. Carter, 9.5. Wish it was more, but still good enough. Simpson with 6. Harmon with only 2.5. Interceptions pretty low. Kicking, not bad. Punting, worse than last year, but not bad. Kick return, punt return game. No touchdowns. Kind of decently high yards for punt return, I suppose. Yearly awards, MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Van Ginkel, Defensive Player of the Year, kind of crazy. Rookies, no. Weird that we're like, oh, Frazier, that's a big one, because we just paid him, too. A 3-year 51, I think. He's a superstar. Best D-line number 2. Would have been nice to get that. I mean, it's not a guaranteed dev up, but a good chance at one. But yeah, really good year. We're automatically in the divisional round. So this team finally gets past that whole wild card round curse. And we're now taking on an 8-9 Jaguars team. How fitting would that be if that's the team that ends our season? All right, here we go. If we could just at least win this game, get to the championship round in year 2, that would be a hell of a start to the rebuild. 10-7, 13-7. Still 13-7. Still 13-7, 21-7. Defense doing a pretty good job so far. In the 4th now, and that touchdown will be the dagger. Really good game here from us. 31-7. It looked like we were about to score again. Simpson is kind of that guy. Can't lie, he looks really good. But here is the numbers. Simpson a lot better than Lawrence. Almost doubled his passer rating. Johnson was solid. Simpson on the ground was, had a touchdown. Warren not bad. Metcalf great. Brazel is okay. As far as the sacks go, Hines Allen killed us. Our pass rush is pretty bad. Yeah, I don't really know how we played as well as we did. The numbers didn't really look that good, to be honest. At least on defense specifically. But doesn't matter how it looks. It's all about the scoreboard, and the scoreboard says we killed them. We're in the championship round, taking on the Chargers. We actually lost to them in the regular season, so let's hope we can get some revenge. Let's win this thing. All right, going to the end of the game, 0-0. Nice start, 3-0. Holding on strong to that 3-point lead. Really strong, apparently. 3-0 at halftime. This is kind of wild. They finally scored a touchdown, but we're not looking great. We do get a touchdown. They get a field goal. They get a touchdown, though. This offense is looking horrible right now. Like, this is literally like the Texans game. It really is. It is right on par with that one. They're playing really weak inside. I'm willing to run the ball. And for good reason, as Caleb Johnson is going to run through for a lot of yards. We're going to try to finish this drive. This team is completely cooked. Just be real. They are not built for this. Here goes Brazel. Little Brazel dazzle. Wow, Simpson, you are something else today. Come on, dude. Play better than that, please. DK Metcalf, the streak master. The tough throw. Hits it, though. Gets the first down. It's not a great game, but they're still in position to potentially win this thing. So try DK Metcalf one-on-one again. This time he does win it. He's so good. Again, one of the best players in Madden, especially a wide receiver over the last, 5-10, you know? Just really good. See what the team can do on their own, though. 5 minutes left. Got to hit the extra point to even tie the thing up, which who knows with this team at times. And 3rd and 10, they get the stop. They could win it before overtime. 3rd and 2, huge conversion. Clock is running. 3rd and 14. I mean, forget trying to win the game on this drive. Like, you need to do this to avoid losing the game before overtime. They're going to let this clock go, which I genuinely don't understand why, but sure, we'll take it. Again, go route for Metcalf. How fitting would it be? We're going to let this thing waste down a little bit. We got a lot of routes out here. All right, let's see it. DK. Brazel. What a catch. That's a decision. Oh, my God. I mean, I really like this offense. I think this offense can move the ball pretty much at ease. But if you don't get this, you have handed the game away. Do you really trust it? Do you really believe in this team that much? We're going to try it. Brazel. I mean, I believe in this team. I mean, this offense looks good. I got to believe in it. Really can't believe they didn't put in War on this. Yeah, it's just he's playing too close on it. I don't want to be the reason why this team goes to the Super Bowl, but at the same time, they were kind of doing it on their own anyways. I'm just giving them an extra nudge. Brazel, though, he's that guy. Damn, that is crazy good coverage. DK Metcalf had all the leverage in the world, and it did not matter. I do not want to run the ball that way. Damn it. Can we flip the sides? Really did not do a great job of finishing on this drive, can't lie. Oh, never mind. Oh, look at the blocking! Obviously, you don't go all the way in. Wow, that is perfect blocking. That is unbelievable. Clock's running down a little bit. Trying to center this thing up a little bit more. And that should do it. Chip shot field goal for the win. Wow, that blocking. We should have trusted the run more. Almost gets the block, speaking of. 20-17, we avoid overtime, but we head to the Super Bowl. And we also head to the main screen because it skipped over the box score. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the box score, though, now that we're here. Yeah, not a great game from Simpson, but we made up for it a little bit for him. Caleb Johnson, though, he's been really good, and, man, he runs kind of well. Brazel, just unbelievable. Just perfect. Tuipulotu, been seeing some things with him in Sim lately. Dicker misses a kick, and that was the difference. I mean, we're tying the game up. Overtime. You know, we're going overtime if not for that missed kick. And the Super Bowl is going to be the Eagles in there. Okay, this is a tough team. Probably the hardest team to play from the NFC. I know this playbooks aren't the best, but damn. That's all I can say about that. Let's take a look at how they got here. Were they the best team? They, in fact, were not. But they did destroy the Rams 34-0. Then they beat the Packers by 2. Then they beat the Giants by 16. This is a tough one. We are the better team, technically. We are the home team the whole way through. Looking at the dev-ups, Brazel was he already Superstar? I don't think he was. Yeah, he goes to dev, Superstar dev there. Darnell, he did go to star. I thought I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Glad we invested longer into him because he is now an 82 overall with star development trait. Then we look at the defensive side of the ball where Highsmith goes to X Factor. We just paid him a 2-year 52. That is great timing. Huge. Didn't even realize that was the sack leader, but we'll take it. And then Porter does not go to Superstar, unfortunately. Scott stays normal, so we might need another free safety. But overall, really good year. Surprising start. We have a chance to maybe become a dynasty. Come on, Jalen Carter, a chance to get some revenge. Don't forget it. 3-0, 6-3. Looked like they had 2 field goals. It was just a missed extra point. 10-6. Huge drive before half. Like, huge. We get all the way down, but we don't score. That could be the difference. Huge touchdown there. 1-point lead into the 4th. It's a 2-point lead for them. A lot of back and forth here. 4th and 7. You got to kick the field goal. It's another 1-point lead. Come on, defense. They're not going to get the stop. Damn. No 2-point, though. 4 minutes left. Touchdown gives you the lead. Oh, my God, dude. This team. I can't really even say they're choking because it's kind of a close matchup, admittedly. We're kind of intersecting here. Brazel, it's overthrown. Can't even get a chance at a 4th and 16. I mean, you kind of have to punt it. But at the same time, our defense can't make a stop anyways. Should have came in a little bit sooner. 2nd and 16 maybe, I don't know. There are 2 best players on the field here on that side of the field. He got him. He's got him! What a clutch route! Perfect! Wow, that was a filthy route. Dude, he is so good. He's like one of the best, like, rookies we've used. Come on, in the end zone. They get it. 2-point as well. 2 minutes, a field goal only ties it. 4th and 4, they get it. Clock is running. If the clock's running here, the game's over. No, it's not. They're going to go for the game-tying field goal. They're going to give us a chance, though. We've got a high-flying offense. Berrien Brown could get a touchdown. Metcalf's got speed. Brazel could easily set you up for a field goal. I'm just impressed that we answered 4th and 16. It was worth the risk. Totally worth the risk. Kick it too deep. Nice. You don't need much. You do not need much at all. I mean, honestly, you could probably run the damn ball. I might even run the ball. We have 3 timeouts. Why not? If we could get 5 yards even, I think that's worth the run. And we get more than that. Actually, we don't. We get freaking 4. Was not worth the run. I was thinking 10-15, but, you know, you don't get that much. Berrien Brown! Damn, that sucks. DK couldn't get a block there in field goal range, but why would we do that when we can get even closer? I don't love Darnell on that, to be honest. I can't see who that is. Wilson. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I do like Darnell. All the way down to the 22. Arguably a chip shot to win a Super Bowl in year 2. Come on. Boswell almost blocked again. Won't be Super Bowl year 2 winner. Wow, we're actually kind of killing it lately. I really did not expect this. Don't get me wrong, we made some really good decisions, right? Brazel. I keep saying his name 2 different ways because it just looks like Brazel, but it's apparently Brazel. That's the way I've heard it multiple times. Of course, Ty Simpson, the biggest move of them all. 86 overall after year 1. Apparently superstar in this class. Miller's an okay decision. Barry Browney's a nice decision, especially when we're actually using him. He just had a huge play there. Jalen Carter, obviously, not a guy you see in free agency all that often, but he was in there this time, and nobody wanted to offer him more than a 4-bar. Usually I see, 35-plus milli once per year. We got him at 30 per. What a move that was. Gets his revenge against his former team. I mean, honestly, it almost feels like the perfect time to end it, but we at least play for the chance at a dynasty. It hasn't really worked out for the most part, but you never know. This could be the one where we actually do it because we still have that rookie quarterback contract. We can spend even more money in free agency if we want. The question, though, is what happens with TJ? Is he still around? Hopefully. I've seen a lot of times where they retire at 32, sometimes at 34. Hopefully it's 34 or later because then we'll be fine. That throw on 4th and 16, though, what a beauty. Perfect route, perfect throw. Elite. Just elite level play there. Looking at the quarterback, he had a hell of a game. Running back, Caleb Johnson, he's been very dependable. Receivers, both the guys had 100+. Pass rush, pretty disappointing, can't lie. Picks, nothing, kicking clean, except for their missed extra point, which, yeah, that sort of played a part. But, it's year 2 with a rebuild. You didn't maybe expect to do this well with early on, especially with the base playbooks. Usually we have to change to something better to win one. No funny business there. You've seen it. You've seen it yourself. What a year. What a rebuild. 2 more seasons to try to see if we can win 2 in a row, maybe 3 in a row, or at least 2 out of 3. All right, moment of truth. Just please, TJ. Nice. TJ Watt is still here. I don't know what overall he is, but he's got to be at least in the 90s. Huge. Huge. We love it. He did regress a bit, but that's fine. It's okay. How bad did Ty Simpson regress? Because I have the regression on 50% for QBs. He lost 1 to short, so fair enough. Fair enough. But let us be going to the contracts. Again, we have a lot of money. We just won the Super Bowl, and we have the best cap space situation in the league, probably. At minimum, top 5. Pretty damn impressive stuff. Harmon, if we're going to pay him, it's going to be that price anyways, so really it would just be us cheesing the situation that we know we're only doing 2 more years, so that 5th year gives us another year with him automatically. Boswell's been very good for us. He's one... Dude, for a guy that just won a Super Bowl and we really respect him, he constantly wants out. Please stop. Just stick with us. Stay with us. I promise. It's not that bad. Go to free agency, though. See what we're looking like. Gibbs. Oh, my Lord. They are tempting my patience. Some safeties. Gary, no thank you. Joke. I mean, what is our biggest concern? It's kind of running back. Can't lie. But, I mean, do we go crazy with it? Like, we're not the ones that sent Gibbs to free agency. I'm going to have to take a look at Caleb Johnson's overall because I do like him a lot. He was really good at the playoffs, and I don't think Gibbs is going anywhere. Jalen Carter, I could kind of see. Maybe there's some attitude stuff. More importantly, the Eagles are one of those teams that is constantly trying to move money around to not lose all of their players, and maybe Jalen Carter is just too expensive. There's a very realistic possibility. If Caleb Johnson's at least 85 overall, I got to just stick it out with him. He is 86. Yeah, as much as I like Gibbs, and it would be so easy to get him, I don't think it's realistic, and I don't think we need him. That's really all there is to it. Christian McCaffrey, though, I'm down. I'm down for a 1-year guy that can kind of rotate and be our receiving back. I don't hate that. I think that's realistic. He's older, he could easily be gone. And with that, we do bring in Christian McCaffrey. Pretty slick. The fact that I can do a Steelers thumbnail with Jalen Carter and Christian McCaffrey on it, and you think it's not a realistic style is kind of crazy. All right, pick 32. I scouted some safety edge and some edge and all that. Well, I didn't really scout edge, but we have some edge rushers on there in case they fall. We've seen that happen lately. Ooh. Atkins. If Atkins is there around 20, I'll take him. He's a round 1er, but we obviously know that safeties fall, so... Yeah, safety's definitely up on the needs list. It's just... You know what? Honestly, if he's there at 10, I make a trade up, I think. Like, that is hands down our biggest issue. Like, sure, next year, edge will be a problem. Maybe you can argue trading down your first round this year to get a first round next year, so then you could double up first round picks so you can grab one of those edge rushers. But as of right now, our biggest concern is safety. As much as I like that safety, I can't go all the way up to 10 for, even though he looks like a great safety, for a safety. But at 20, yeah, I can live with that. I can lose a second round pick for him. But if I want pick 10, I think I need to lose like a second this, third this, and a second next year, potentially. And we lose the safety. I was going to go to 20. The Buccaneers had no money, so I would have had to do pure picks. Then we got to the Cowboys, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, well, let's make a trade. They also don't have money to take players on. So I guess at 32, we're just going to have Esparza, who falls into our lap. Hopefully he's good, because that might be the future of the edge position. And he is good. Maybe that was the best thing that could have happened to us, because we could still land safety here in the late second. We were talking about moving a whole first round this year for a next year, And instead, we don't need to. We just landed the guy. That tight end's so good, dude. I kind of want them both. I should have looked at wide receiver, actually, because we had a really fast couple of wide receivers. Kennedy does look good, but again, another slow guy. If he's normal dev, he starts over no one. The tight end, he starts over no one, but he's really good. Yeah, I think mathematically speaking, though, you need a safety. See if he's our new free safety or not. Normal dev, he's not starting over anyone. We just talked about it. Going to move up with the Vikings to grab a linebacker, and the rest will be lineman picks that you won't need to see. I'm actually shocked that this trade didn't go. I honestly thought that you can make the argument that Sawyer on his own should have went for that. 80 overall star dev edge rusher. You know, if it's an 80 overall star dev, like, of course the tight end's staring me right in the face, like non-good position, I mean, I get it. I'm going Max Daniels. He's a bit younger than the other linebacker. We don't really need a starter this year. Hidden. Nice. So, I mean, if I'm going to choose one or the other, I'm going to choose a guy that's 2 years younger, you know? And he's insanely fast, obviously. And I wasn't going to show you guys any of the players because it was going to be trench guys, but we actually found a 95 speed wide receiver who has hidden dev, so yeah, we're kind of killing the draft again. Let's take a look at the draft recap. 75, 75, 73, 68, 71, 72. This guy was hidden as well. I am curious to see Esparza, though. This is our future at the edge position. Very athletic, great finesse move. Let's take a look at the dev. Only star, but I mean, he's still got plenty of potential. Definitely, this team knows how to draft edge. What can we say? They know how to draft edge. Chandler Kennedy, unfortunately, a bit of a wasted pick. He's not starting at free safety. Maybe strong safety next year or something. I don't know, but here's Daniels as well. Very solid-looking future linebacker of the team. I suppose right now he could play Sam linebacker. I did pay, nice start, Ev. What's his damn name? The tall guy. What's the taller linebacker? I can't think of his name for some reason. Paid him a 3 or 13 to play Sam linebacker for us, but we can replace him. Peyton Wilson, that's the one. I don't know why I'm just failed to think of his name. And here is the team for season number 3. Just coming off of a Super Bowl win. Everything is great because you can't really go wrong. I mean, we don't have to pay anyone necessarily. Team's in a great spot. You know, we added Christian McCaffrey. Defensively, didn't really add a whole lot, right? We got a little bit better depth, but overall didn't add a whole lot. That safety would have been a hell of a pick. We actually didn't even see how good he was. Went to the Cowboys, I believe. If the Cowboys had more money, he would have been on our team. But I do like that edge rusher too. 82 overall, but he's only normal. Obviously, you take that every day of the week, but still. That would have been devastating to see that overall, but then see that he is a low overall dev. All right, Derek Harmon, 2-year, $41 million deal. I don't think he really plays that well for us, but he's a good player and he's a good overall. It's all that really matters for the win-loss algorithm. Caleb Johnson, you could literally not pay him less. I don't know what that even means, but he really wants to be here. Long story short, Ramsey, we'll see. Fatanu, I don't see it. TJ Watt, I'll keep if he's still around, but a lot of times they will retire. We need a new safety. I think we have a lot of this kind of already ready to go. I think we have the backups for most of these players ready to go. And we have all the money in the world to keep Simpson and Brazel. So we're in a great spot. Definitely not as good of a season, but still a playoff one. Could lose the division here, but it is still a locked-in playoff season no matter what. We got that playoff berth, but if we win, we do get the division, which we do. So we hold on to the division. The Browns are our opponent here. They would have been the ones to steal it. Not that it mattered, because we could have lost and still won it, because they did not win. But yeah, we are playing against the Browns at home instead of potentially on the road. So definitely clutched up there as we were on the home circuit, if you will, technically all of last playoffs. Of course, win-loss, not a great season, but good enough one. Obviously, you get the playoffs. And is this 3 straight 24 touchdowns passing seasons? What the hell am I witnessing? I mean, talk about consistency. That is pure consistency. Rushing season, though, we did have quite a bit of touchdowns compared to last year. The passing ones, though, just terrible stuff. Blocking, Miller is getting better every season, technically. Edge, D-line in general, really good. 15, 11.5, 11.5. Harmon a 5.5, but it's 3-4. That's how it goes. Picks are okay. Boswell's getting worse every season. Might be time to move on. Punting, a little bit better than last year. So at least not everyone's regression in the special teams. Taking a look at the yearly awards, MVP goes to Josh Allen. Any awards for us? No. Maybe D-line? No. No awards, but we just won the Super Bowl, and we're back in the playoffs. If we win the Super Bowl, that's the ultimate award. All right, going to the end of the game. What do we got? 0-0. 7-0. Hold on. 7-7. Damn it. 14-7. Halftime score will remain 14-7. Could you imagine a back-to-back? Maybe even a three-peat. That'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. I mean, this is possibly TJ's last season. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Are we in position? We are. Is that a pick? Oh, my God. There is no way he just did that. Literally, all we had to do is get a little closer for a field goal, and he throws an interception. Wow. Yeah, I mean, unless this... Well, we do have a chance. It gets kicked deep. I mean, this is... You're asking for so much here. The DK over there it is. Okay. Kind of need Berrien to make a play for me deep somehow. All right, DK, it's kind of all you. They're on this, and that's going to be picked off too. Holy crap, is that Emerson again? Is he like the greatest player of all time? There's no way. Okay, this is a different player to be fair, but what the hell? I mean, we had no choice. There's a bit of a difference in situation. Marcus Jones gets the pick on a 6'4" wide receiver. It's tough. They knew what we were going to do because it was obvious. We have to go out of bounds. We have no choice. The only chance you have is a 30-plus yarder right down the middle, and you barely spike it in time. Ty Simpson just absolutely blew that game. Defense did what it could, but oh my, that is horrendous. Eagles-Chiefs. Eagles win the Super Bowl. A little bit of a rematch there. Let's take a look at the team. DevOps, any at all? Ooh, X-Factor. Barely got X-Factor. That was a good season, but I mean, did I really feel like it was a DevOps season? Superstar X-Factor? Not really. Darnell, 85 overall. Christian McCaffrey's still here. I mean, it's the final season. We got the money. We're going to pay him. TJ, let's go. 34 years old, still here for this final season. Beautiful. Jalen Ramsey does retire. We were moving on anyways, but still, Jalen Ramsey retires. And that's about it. Do need a new strong safety. That's obviously kind of what we focused on in the scouting. Justin Simmons, Boswell, and Jalen Ramsey all retire. Fair enough. Fair enough. We appreciate Jalen's help. Actually, it was right on the main screen. I should have seen that note, right away. But usually I look left side first. Let's take a look at negotiations. How much money was that? $127 million. Fifth year, obviously, for Simpson. Fautanu, we maybe keep him. We maybe keep him. We'll go 1 year 25 for TJ. We still have so much money. Christian McCaffrey, why not? You might as well keep all the guys around because we can afford them at least for 1 year. Lake is different. I think we can do better than Lake. I mean, we could honestly just draft someone by the end of the season. It'll be better than him. Special teamers, Braden Mann. We have a better guy. Well, not better, but we have a young player in the backup spot. But if we can keep him, might as well. But same with Fautanu. I really don't love his overall in age, but if I can keep him on a 1 year deal, I might as well. I'm going to overpay hard because I imagine the tag is at least 25 plus, so that's what we're going to try. It's probably going to be 27, 23, so we actually almost overpaid him. $71 million left, which means we can pay anyone, really. We can pay them 2 year, up to 2 years, because our quarterback's on a 5th year option. Let's take a look at the free agency. Amon-Ra, it's a cool name, but we don't really need him. Jacob Parrish, cool name, but we really don't need him. Egbuka, I mean, these are some really good players, just they aren't really needed. We'll take a look at tackle because nobody wants Mailata, so we can basically guarantee him. But yeah, unfortunately, the position we really needed was safety, and safety was insanely weak. I guess Jalen Petrie, though. Hold on a minute. I know it's not really his position anymore, but if we can get a Petrie on a 1 year deal, I don't even care about the other positions. That's what I want. Oh, come on, dude. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at what his overall is back at safety. This is kind of a dub move. This is actually a huge W. Still need safety, though. Still probably drafting safety, but for right now, we're fine. Overall is... That's not his position anymore. 87, so it does go up in overall. Huge. The final draft, pick 23 overall. There was actually a really good safety. Does he hold? He does hold top 5. Oh, no, that's a linebacker. This is top 5. This is a new top 5. I scouted both the Mike linebackers. Whoa. Well, here we go. Let's slow sim till 23. Well, unfortunate things have happened, and in a good way. We have too much talent. There's too much talent. I don't know who the hell to take. You got a linebacker, which you're going to need pretty badly, or a safety, which you could need right now, / in the future, in Enrique Royal. I don't truly believe he's a top 5, though. But do I believe that linebacker's top 5? I don't know. Thing is, you could probably get another safety later, so we are going to be taking Mr. Emilio Escobar. What a name. Yeah, he looks insane. Outside of his jumping, he looks like a monster. True Talent 1. There you go. Hidden Dev. He's a freak. I mean, to be fair, he's really not. Those speed ratings are pretty standard for the linebackers we draft, but the fact that he's 1 overall, I assume, means he's got really, crazy ratings to go with it. We do have that safety. Chavez, he's not amazing, but can we finally get a safety with hidden? We can! We win! All right, we got some defensive tackles. Villalobos is probably the best of the bunch, so that's who we're going to be taking with his late third. 34 True Talent. Hidden Dev. That's a really good DT, actually. We can actually get another DT. Both of these guys are available. I'll take them. 47 True Talent, normal Dev. So we did make the right call. That was a close call for me. I almost took Griffin over Villalobos, but we ended up with both. But we did make the right call for whatever that's worth. And as much as this guy is complete garbage, he's still there. I got to take him. At this point, he's worth it. 192 True Talent. Yeah, hidden Dev. I mean, because they suck doesn't mean they can't be hidden. He's a round 1 projected guy. It's one of the latest I have seen fall, though, for sure. And with this pick, we'll take a lineman we're not going to end up using. Who do you like the most? Definitely Barry Davis. Where'd you bury him? I don't know. 43 True Talent, hidden Dev. Big fella. Not the best strength for that size, but he's a good player. Draft recap, how do we do? 81 overall for the linebacker. We'll definitely have to take a look at that safety. He just looked like a phony, though, no? Am I crazy? Yeah, this linebacker is everything but jumping. Hit power's a little low, but he's good. He's a good player. The question is, did we land an X Factor? I'm kind of thinking not. I'm thinking potentially star. Which I'm thinking wrong. We got ourselves the next great Steelers linebacker, Eddie Chavez. I don't think you start him right now. If this was a 4, we have 3, 4, 5 years left, maybe. But considering this is the last season, no, I'm not going to start him. But he will be the backup for now. Maybe starts a strong safety next year. Maybe starts a free safety soon. Who knows? But considering this final year, I want the best at the best, starting of the best starting. Ship, 66 overall. I mean, injury and toughness is a little low, but these aren't terrible ratings for a 66 overall. That's one of the best 66 overalls I've ever seen, to be honest. What's his dev looking like? Only star, but yeah, especially with the height. Especially if he wasn't, if he was shorter, it'd still be one of the better 66 overalls. He just feels way better than his actual overall stating. But what about that safety? I don't even remember his name. Royals something? How far did he go, actually? Espinoza. Wait, did I miss him? I must have missed him. Where the hell did he go? There he is. Royal, 78 overall. He was hidden. He was, in fact, hidden with the injury looking like. Actually a pretty good player. He's not, spectacular, but he's got all the ratings you'd want him to have. Dev, he is only star. So we definitely made the right call there. Consider our linebacker actually gives him a run for his money athletically anyways. He could play him at safety, I suppose. All right, here is the roster for the final season. 90 overall team, looking pretty good. Metcalf, we've been neglecting a little bit because we're just trying to get Darnell Washington up. Unfortunately, he's still that main blocking type, but he's good at both, right? He's good at blocking. He's decent enough as a receiver. You kind of get a little bit of everything, and we have 2 other good DT, or tight ends, I should say, as the backup, so it's fine. Offensive line didn't quite get where I was hoping it would, but they're good enough. And then defensively, obviously, the edge is really regressing hard, but overall, we're supplementing the team just enough. Escobar gets the start at will linebacker. I mean, really, we should have just started all these youthful linebackers. Queen and Simpson are really just names at this point, not even really that talented. All right, contracts. This is where you got to be a little careful because we do have to pay the QB soon. Brazel, if you will, 5-year deal, 155. Nice. Carter could be a cap casualty, though. He's still only asking for about 30 per, which is fine. Miller is gone. Metcalf is likely gone. Porter, maybe a 1-year. Simpson's gone. Highsmith's possibly gone. Watt, if he retires, is obviously gone. But yeah, we have a lot of money. The problem is our guys are actually too old. So this is one of the first rebuilds in a while, realistic-wise at least, where it wasn't the money that costed the roster. It was just the team getting too old. Usually we run out of money before we run out of talent. We're actually about to run out of talent first for once. And wow, I can't believe it. We missed the playoffs entirely for the final season. Wow, I just simmed. At this point, it was 5-2. And I was like, well, the breakouts are really rare. They haven't come along. We've got our contracts done. We've got everything done. Let's just sim it. And we proceed to pretty much lose every single game of the year. Final 4 games, we win 3. But holy crap. Yeah, this Steelers scheme is garbage. It is so bad. It is so bad, dude. I don't know how we won a Super Bowl year 2. It's genuinely a miracle. How did we win one? With the outcome of this season here, and really last season, even arguably with the wild card loss, how the hell did we win one in year 2? How did we do that? Of course, Jared Goff is the MVP, which is kind of insane. I mean, even if you look at, Escobar just won one, but, our award wins, we won basically nothing. We were the best team, overall-wise, for a while here in the last 3 seasons, really, and we didn't win anything. Let's take a look at the overalls. Bills are 91. That might be hard to beat. Chiefs are 92. And despite missing the playoffs, we are 90. Wow, we're really only 90 overall? Okay, we're not as good as I thought we were. Regressions? Lack of morale? I don't know. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see who wins it. What's definitely not us. I can't believe that. I cannot believe we're going to end without the playoffs there. Yeah, the Rams and the Raiders. Who wins this one? This might actually be one of our shorter rebuilds on the year, which is kind of crazy. It's still 4 years. It's just not much playoffs. What do we have? 4 playoff games? Maybe 5? Very limited. Raiders, who started this rebuild off with the #1 overall pick, have just won a Super Bowl. Chris McCaffrey also retires. Who else did we lose? I mean, TJ might be gone. TJ's still here, by the way, which is insane. But yeah, this is the team for the final, that was the final season. This is over. Brazel, what a guy. I mean, short route, medium route, he is unguardable. Very well unguardable. I mean, catching's ridiculous to go with it. DK Metcalf, it's barely even worth looking at him because he's literally like his starting point self. But obviously still a guy that would be very, very hard to defend against. He's got the speed. He's got the release. Got all you really need. Simpson, though, 97 overall. Garbage seasons because he was stuck with the Steelers scheme. Those schemes, man. It was almost 4 straight years of 24 touchdowns. Wild. Ridiculous. Caleb Johnson, and they say that playbooks don't play a huge factor. The whole factor, really, for win-loss and all that. Yeah, that's true, surely. Johnson, though, juke move is what he got good at. I'm not sure how, but sure. We'll take it. Barry Brown, 80 overall. Obviously super speedy. Very raw, but speedy. Good enough with the catching. He had a huge play. I mean, without him on the team, we had someone slower. We wouldn't win the Super Bowl. Darnell Washington, we talked about. He's more of a blocking type, but obviously he can get both done. 87 overall, which is really nice. O-line, I'm curious to see the real-life names. Troy Fautanu, 84 overall. Actually pretty good. Pretty much everything's at least an 80. And then, of course, Frazier's way up there. He goes to Superstar Dev, which is big. That was last year, though, but still, Superstar Dev. Almost every rating's 90+. He is one of the best centers in the league. Actually, I didn't even look at it. He might have been the highest overall. Then we look at the defensive side of the ball, where we finish this thing off with a normal Dev free safety. The guy just never developed. Roundest head/face in the entire existence of the human race. Peachy was not really on our team long, but I want to see TJ how far he's fallen. Still very good. Of course, that speed sucks. But very good finesse. Block shed solid. Power move's not even that bad. On the other side, Highsmith, 86 overall now at 33. Really glad to see those guys stuck around for as long as they did, but it didn't seem to help a whole lot the last 2 seasons. Very disappointing stuff. Escobar, 88 overall. Got to start your X Factors. Always got to start your X Factors. You don't start your X Factor, you're kind of dumb. Let's call it how it is. We've probably done that a few times, but you're very dumb if you don't. Mr. Bridges, a 92 overall, which, yeah, I mean, the injury sucks, but he is quite talented, obviously. Joey Porter, really thought we'd have gotten a superstar by the end of this. I mean, we got 2 years in the slot for him, and he just never got the dev up. A little bit of a regression, so, yeah, I mean, you probably keep him on a 1 year, but This team is worse than this year, and this year we didn't even make the playoffs, so no point in doing a fifth year, to be honest. D-line, we definitely want to take a look at Harmon. 89 overall. Very good block shedding, smart player, good strength. And then Jalen Carter, who I can't believe we actually landed him and then kept him. Like, usually he's like the hardest guy in the game to sign because his value isn't where his number is. Usually he wants like 38 per year as like a 92 overall, 93 overall, which is just too expensive. But he actually was pretty chill at like 30 million per year. We probably could have got him even cheaper if we wanted to, especially in the free agent market, free agent bid war market, which is crazy to think. But yeah, that is going to be it for this realistic style rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, if you guys enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. Again, I don't know if we're going to have Dolphins franchise tomorrow or Tuesday, or it's a rebuild on Tuesday, Dolphins franchise on Monday. Maybe it's Dolphins franchise tomorrow, rebuild on Tuesday. Who knows? But the one thing I would love to know is which team you'd like to see rebuilt next. I'm not sure at this point if maybe by the time this comes out, it'll be confirmed Harbaugh's on the Giants, but that kind of derailed, it seems. Like, it felt like it was a sure thing. I don't know if they have to wait on the 19th or whatnot, but if that is confirmed, maybe we do a Harbaugh Giants rebuild. I'm not sure that makes a whole lot of sense because it's just a coach, but in game, that doesn't really matter too much, but who knows? Maybe. But yeah, leave some suggestions and we'll see what happens. Anyways, who are you rooting for this weekend? And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video,